when I think of bone health, I think of fish, I think of omega-3, so that's really, really great. So omega-3s are super, super important for brain health as well as for bone health. And then obviously vitamin D, which is a nutrient that many, many people are pretty deficient on. When I think of fish, I think of vitamin D. So I really, those fish is very synonymous to me with bone health. So salmon in particular, sardine, cod, mackerel, these are all fatty fish. So the fattier the fish, these are all healthy fats, right? Well, sometimes we hear the word or the term fat or fatty, and particularly when it comes to beef, that's something that we actually want to steer clear of or limit rather. I never want to say we're going to restrict it, because obviously if you're out for your birthday, go and get that ribeye steak. But we want to obviously limit that, right? We want things that are more lean cuts of meat. But with fish, it's actually the healthier fish are the ones that are fattier. So my recipe today is using salmon. Salmon's a really good example of a fatty fish. These are the fish that are very high in omega-3 fatty acids and very high in vitamin D. So vitamin D is very important because it assists, that's what helps calcium gets absorbed into our bones. So we want to make sure that we have, relatively good stores of vitamin D, because that will help, calcium absorption into our bones, which obviously is very important for everybody, but really in particular for women. As they go through menopause, we start to see osteopenia, osteoporosis, and these are all things that can cause, a lot of frailty to our bones. We can see that's why we see a lot as, women and men actually, as they get older, we see bones are breaking much, much more easily from falls that maybe, 30 years prior would have done nothing, or would have maybe just caused like a slight bruise or or maybe not even anything. And we see them turning into these breaks. And that is because, as we get older, our bones become a little bit more frail, become a little bit more fragile. And, we want to make sure that we consume and we have enough of these calcium and vitamin D stores. So fish is going to be a very, very important ingredient, a very important food. Nuts and seeds, these are all things that are high in omega-3. We want to make sure, obviously, we're getting things that are high in vitamin D, leafy greens that have, good sources of vitamin D as well. Obviously, getting out into the sun, right? We don't want to sit and bake in the sun, but just getting outside, going for like a 20-30 minute walk just to get out some sunshine, that's also going to be very, very important for us. So vitamin D, calcium, omega-3, all very, very important for bone health.